So today guys, I will be getting my first fitting ever. It's been a long journey to get here. Obviously we have travelled from the UK over to the US to a certain headquarters that will be given away in the pictures that are on screen now. So we have travelled all the way to Arizona, to Scottsdale, to do my first fitting on the channel. After all, you normally see mid-handicap Dave. James put on a masterclass in his fitting. I'll get that in there early.
That is awesome.
Well, that was better than expected. Again, that felt pretty good, good interaction.
I agree. I think our wedges, they sit very nicely on the turf. That leading edge sits down nice and tight to the ground.
Yeah, it does sit nice, that, to be fair. With 10 bounce, again, it does sit nice. Distance control's a little bit lacking.
Nothing like hitting a 40-yard pitch dead downwind. They are.
Yeah, pretty good at the moment. Fill myself with confidence. I just went next to that divot and started to get worried, to be honest. Well, let's go to this one.
Let me see, hit the 7. So one thing is, you know, as we move up in bounce, the ball tends to want to jump out a little hotter.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, sometimes that's something not many people look at. So as I increase bounce, the ball sometimes tends to jump a few extra yards, especially as you move closer to the green.
Okay.
Just due to the bounce. So if you have more bounce, sometimes it takes less effort, you know, because the club is kind of gliding and it actually shoots the ball a little more forward than a less bounce. So let's see what 7 bounce does to the flight.
A little bit clean, to say the least. That was nice.
That was nice. Let's see what the 12 does.
And obviously options in these, obviously the full face grooves don't always normally go down through. Where do they go? Where do they stop?
So anytime we go to a 12 bounce, we'll do the full face groove. So if you want to do 50, you know, 54, 58, whatever your combo is, if you get BP grind, it will go through the bag.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So some people on the 50 are, you know, I think the bounce on the 50s, you're probably not hitting as many chip shots with that, right?
No.
So you can lower the bounce, you know, to a 10 on a 50.
Yeah, and just
you can kind of do 10, 12, 12, or
yeah,
you know, something along those lines. I'll be interested to see how this one goes through the turf.
What's your prediction?
You could be more attacking with this.
What's your prediction?
You know, he doesn't take a huge amount of turf.
Don't you?
I know, I do normally take a large divot.
We're on a slight down slope.
I didn't want to shatter you.
I'd actually be way more interested to watch you. I think if he was hitting a 20-yard pitch, it would actually tell us more.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. Why don't you hit a couple from here, then we'll move up closer to the green.
Because this is definitely not what's been happening over recent times. It's a great flight.
That's where the bounce is nice. If you do dig a little,
Yeah.
it still has enough forgiveness to get the ball to launch, right? Still wants to kick it forward. I mean, I love that one.
That one, it's just spun near.
Let's get some shorties.
I'll not name which one I was going for there. It was the first one, but it came out a bit fiery.
Let's hit some over this bunker. So that's the 12 bounce.
But it's still with 12 bounce, it feels like you can actually open it up and it sits.
I think that's what we'd actually do a really good job of, right? You get a 12 bounce, but when you open it, the leading edge still sits tight to the ground, right? That's super important for, you know, most good players like to see that.
Oh. Great spin.
Nothing like a brand new wedge, right?
No. No.
So on the totally other end of the spectrum would be the 7. I didn't mind the flight of those at all.
No, I don't mind that, because normally with that you start to shoot straight up.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, when you're short-sighted too, missing a little long is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
That one actually skipped into it a little more.
It's still got a good bit of forgiveness there from the bounce.
I
even though
agree.
It's less. If anything, this one feels like it's a little bit higher off the ground with the less bounce.
I agree. That's the 12 again. Certainly comes out with a different flight. Although it looks like you're getting a slightly better strike on that one.
Let's see. Yeah, that one felt good.
I mean, if you did that all day, we'd love it. There's the 10.
This is the 10.
Anything suit your eye, you know, setup-wise?
So I've always been a big fan of the full face grooves.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
I don't know why.
once you're into that, it's hard to go back, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, both those with more bounce do feel a lot more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about. It's got pretty good action. Am I just...
You haven't put one within 20 feet yet, so let's just
It's about hitting.
get closer than that.
It's about hitting greens.
Give me one, I better get close.
All right, then I'll hit one and you hit one.
Right,
He's playing,
for a beer.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll play for
He's
that.
playing Scott Fawcett golf. Just hit it past the flag, make bogey, move on.
I'm a good 18 handicap.
Oh, now it shows up.
There you go.
I might get a go now.
Right from behind the camera.
There we go, he's in. Seeing all this bickering in the background. This is his time to shine.
I've got no glove, have I?
No, he
Starting
thrives
the
on
excuses.
pressure. I'll give you one more because that was your loosener. Let's go for it.
Go in. And he wins. Just like that, mic drop.
Oh, it's so good though. That is lovely.
Yeah, I think you can. For me, I just feel like you can be a little bit more aggressive with. Well, not that I wasn't aggressive, but with seeing more grooves on the face all
Yeah.
the way to the toe.
You want to do the 50? You think you want to do would you do the 50 in the full face?
I think so. Yeah.
Why don't we just do the 12s throughout?
Yeah.
That way you keep it uniform, keep the same look. Parking lot.
Oh, I was going to come back that one. Well, at least my interaction with the turf is better,
Yeah,
to say the least. But no, I think we go, full face.
Full face through.
Yeah.
What lofts did you say? 50?
50, 54, 58.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We can do that.
So guys, again, they're fitting. We've tried everything. We've tried the bounces, and it's not always the one you think. Again, a lot of people think, the better player, you go for a lower bounce, but we've shown there that we've gone the highest bounce throughout.
Yeah, I think that usually shocks people.
Yeah.
A little more bounce. Most people actually tend to like it if I do a blind fitting on somebody and I just hand them wedges. Almost everybody starts to lean towards a little more bounce. That's what I've found in the last couple of years at least.